So I previously showed the two breathing exercises I use the most in my practice for my patients with POTS and PTSD, and these are also applicable to people with conditions that are also in the rest of the DAMP cluster. So that's going to be things like Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, fibromyalgia, IBS, mast cell activation syndrome sometimes. These two exercises do opposite things. The Huff and Puff reduces elevated nitric oxide levels, the elevated nitric oxide commonly associated with cold hands and feet when your trunk is very warm, heightened neurological activity, fight or flight response, tight neck and shoulders. You'll find yourself sighing all the time. Chronic fatigue syndrome is often related to low nitric oxide levels. If you have low blood pressure, you can find yourself there a lot of the time. And that's where we would use the breath holding techniques such as the box breathing method, where you inhale, hold your breath, exhale, hold your breath for even amounts of time and create a nice square box. And there are other breath holding methods as well. That's not the only one, just like there are other ways to reduce excess nitric oxide than the Huff and Puff. These are the two I use the most in my practice because they're the simplest for people to learn and practice alone at home. And the main question that I got on that video was, how do I know which one that I need? Do I have too much nitric oxide and need to do the Huff and Puff? Or is my nitric oxide too low and I need to do breath holding like a box breathing? Here's how you can tell. It's very simple. Observe your own natural breathing. This is something that clinicians who are trained in science of breath work will actually do in the clinic. We watch you breathe. Just as we listen to your words and read your intake form and go through your medications with you, we're paying attention to your posture, your breathing, your tone and rate of speech, all of that. And it plays a huge role in your health because these are things that are governed by your, let's hear it, autonomic nervous system. Your body never lies. Your autonomic nervous system is always trying to correct itself. So if I'm interviewing a patient in my office and they are constantly sighing, they seem exasperated, their shoulders are up around their ears, they're holding their breath for a long period of time, you can clearly tell that the brain is stuck in a beta wave pattern, and they take a deep breath and sigh. They're trying to relax. They're trying really hard, and the autonomic nervous system is encouraging them to do that. I'm going to teach you to sigh more. That's the Huff and Puff. Now, people who are yawning a lot, you're trying to breathe in more. A yawn is a physiological breath hold. Your autopilot is saying, I need more gas. Not for farts, but for fuel. But the gist of it is, pay attention to your own breathing. Try to observe it like waves at the beach without influencing it. This is a practice that takes time to develop. Be compassionate with yourself.